everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yes, today is Thursday and I love Thursdays. We're almost done with the week. But let's start with greetings before we get started the sequence. Come on. Hello, my name is Daniel. I'm your host, your
guy in the chair.
He said it! He said
it! Today, since it's Thursday, we have Croker Drinker. His thoughts of why the Star Wars keeps announcing and canceling things. We're getting tired of that. So, enjoy.
You know, they say a politician is someone who can talk for hours without actually saying anything, and for some reason, that maxim's the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Disney Star Wars these days. Honestly, these guys have announced so many new movies and TV shows over the years that the reveal of a new Star Wars project at this point carries about as much weight as an apology from Boogie. In fact, let's take a quick look at all the projects that they're apparently working on right now.
I feel thin, sort of stretched, like butter scraped over too much bread.
Jesus wept. It's like watching a hyperactive toddler turned loose in a toy store, running frantically from one shiny object to the next, but completely unable to decide on a rational course of action. They just seem to keep blurting out every new thought and idea that comes into their heads, with no consideration for how practical it actually is. And the more of these phantom projects they announce, the more it kills the excitement for the few that actually manage to get made, because it trains the audience to be cynical and dubious about everything that they hear. Anyway, to this not so illustrious list, you can also add the most recent announcement of a brand new trilogy of episodes 10, 11 and 12 being overseen by Simon Kinberg. You remember him, don't you? He's the guy who brought us all-time classics like X-Men Dark Phoenix, Fant Four Stick, The New Mutants and the 355. Okay, I know I'm being a bit of a dick here, and in the interests of fairness, he also produced movies like The Martian, Days of Future Past, Logan, and the Deadpool trilogy, and he worked on Star Wars Rebels, so in theory, it's not like he's a terrible choice for this role or anything. In fact, he's actually a pretty experienced producer who's had more hits than misses in his career, and under normal circumstances, he'd be just the kind of guy you'd want to oversee something like this. Circumstances, however, are not normal at Lucasfilm. Reports seem to vary on what this trilogy's actually going to consist of, whether it's a continuation of the Skywalker saga, which will be pretty fucking impressive considering all the Skywalkers are dead now, or the first three movies in a brand new saga that's going to start a whole new storyline. Will it tie in with the Rey Solo movie that's apparently also in development, or has that project morphed into an entire trilogy that Kinberg's going to oversee?
Son of a bitch!
The answer to all of these questions, of course, is who the fuck even cares? This is just another in a long line of pointless announcements for ghost projects that will likely never see the light of day. If it follows the usual trend of Disney Star Wars productions, it'll trundle on for a couple of years with no major announcements and no obvious signs of progress before Kinberg moves on to a more viable project and the whole thing gets quietly cancelled. Disney Lucasfilm really are the studio that cried wolf, and at this point they've failed to deliver so many times that nobody really believes anything they have to say anymore. New announcements of upcoming projects are met with all the passion and enthusiasm of a Chris Stuckman review, and if by some miracle it actually does make it through to completion, it's unlikely to make back the enormous investment it'll take to get made. Because here's the harsh reality of the situation, boys and girls. The problem isn't Simon Kinberg, the problem isn't the Star Wars brand, although you've done everything in your power to ruin that, and the problem isn't the Star Wars fan base. The problem is you, Disney. It doesn't matter how many things you announce or promise, nobody wants more Star Wars stuff from you, because after 10 years of creative and financial disasters, you've well and truly proven that you just can't do it. Star Wars is simply not compatible with whatever your brand stands for these days, and no matter how hard you try to reshape it, you can't force people to accept it. You bent Star Wars so much that it finally broke, and there's no fixing it now. If you had any common sense whatsoever, you you would let it go and allow someone else who actually cares about it to take over. I mean, I know you won't actually do that. You'll hold on to this thing until you've run it into the ground, salted the earth, and then nuke the entire site from orbit. But a man can dream. So sure, you just keep announcing new projects and watch while people totally don't care. This is the world that you've created for yourselves. I hope you're happy with it. Oh yeah, and just before I go, there's only a couple of days left to get your Critical Doggo and Critical Drinker plushies. So if you were thinking about doing it but you've been holding off until now, well, today's the day. Either way, I'll put a link in the description so you can take a look. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Hey guys, hope y'all enjoyed what you had to say, and they didn't get. I'm tired of all the announcements that get excited for something that they cancel. It's like, up, down, up, down, up, down. It just need to stop until something gets really, when they're ready, really ready, and they're making it. It's hard on paper. But either way, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you all had a wonderful night, and the rest of your day goes really well, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay.